Hi, welcome back. A warm welcome to you. So in this video, we'll be looking at how to derive a formula or equation for to find out perpendicular distance from a point to a line. We'll be doing that using basic concepts. We can actually do this in with more than 2 to 3 methods, but here we'll be using whatever the basic concepts. In coming videos, you will also see how to do it with the help of the area and also using translation of coordinate axis. So let me start. Perpendicular distance from a point to a line. So let me just draw a straight line. So for that I'll just take liberty and draw the coordinate axis. These are the coordinate axis. I have coordinate axis and there is a straight line. So let me draw a straight line. This is a straight line and we have the straight line equation, that's a x plus b y plus c equal to 0. That's a straight line equation, right? Ax plus by plus c, that's a standard equation. Okay, now what we want to do, from a line, from a point we want to draw a, so let me say this is the point where I want to draw. From this point I want to draw perpendicular to this line. So we have a straight line and I want to draw a perpendicular from this particular point to this line. Okay, now let's take a couple of minutes and discuss about why the distance from a point to a line always is perpendicular. Why we refer to it as, we always take perpendicular distance. See here, suppose this is the point, let me say point which is near, right? This is the point, right? Now you want to find out the distance from this point to a line. Okay, if it is perpendicular distance, you will be traveling like this. Suppose if you want to go anywhere other than the perpendicular distance, you can see that you are actually creating right angle triangles where you have vertical distance and also horizontal distance. That means only at this point you have a straight line. If you are going anywhere, actually you are covering a distance of hypotenuse where you have the vertical distance and also horizontal distance. That's why the shortest distance is perpendicular, where this horizontal distance becomes 0. This distance becomes 0. So now I think you are clear, right? Why we always say distance from a point to line. Please consider only perpendicular distance because we are interested in the shortest distance, right? Okay, now let's go ahead with this. Okay, now what will be our approach to solve this problem, right? Let's write down the approach, how we want to do this. Our approach will be step 1. Step 1 will be to create this line equation. I'll say L. Okay. Step 1 is find the equation of L. Why? We have to find out the distance between x1, y1 and the point of intersection of these two lines, right? Let us say if this point is h comma k, if let me say this point is h comma k, we want to find out the distance between x1, y1 and h comma k. So first I should know this line equation, then I can find out the point of intersection, then I can find out the distance. We are only using the whatever the basic concepts we have learned, right? Find the equation of the line L, equation of line L. Second, what we have to do, find coordinates of, find the coordinates of, let me say this as A, find the, or you can say A is already there, so it will be a little bit confusing. You can take it as P, find the coordinates of P, which will give me H comma K. Now find out the distance. Let us say this distance is equal to, D. Okay, let us say this distance is equal to D. Find D, that's nothing but perpendicular distance, by using distance formula. Right, this is the approach what we'll be doing. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, right. So first find out the equation of the line L. So we'll first find out the equation of the line L. Right. Let's first find out the equation of line L. What will be the equation of line L? So we know that the equation of a line perpendicular to AX plus BY plus C equal to 0 and passing through x1 comma y1, we know that is b into x minus x1 minus of a into y minus y1 equal to 0. This is nothing but bx minus ay minus of bx minus ay minus of bx1 minus of ay1, right, equal to 0. This is the equation of the line. Okay, now this is nothing but, what is this? This is nothing but line L equation. So I hope you are with me. Nothing we have done, we have just find out the equation of line L. Okay, now what's our next step? Once we found the equation of the line L, we have to find out the point of intersection, right? So let's do cross multiplication and try to find out the point h comma 2. This is the first step, right? Second step is find out the point of intersection. So let me put those two straight lines. They are a x plus b y plus c equal to 0. Another one is b x minus a y minus of bx1 minus a y1 equal to 0. Now I want to simplify this. To simplify this, let me use the cross multiplication. So I will be writing my b minus a c minus of bx1 minus ay1. Then again you have a and b minus b a. I think you are very clear with the solving linear equations in two variables, right? Now this is not coordinate geometry anymore. You are actually going to the, that's the beauty of coordinate geometry, where you are using algebraic equations to solve geometry. Okay, fine. That's what Descartes did. Okay, let's come back. This is x. This is for finding out x. This is for finding out y. This is for finding out 1. Okay. Now I'll find out only x because I'll find out my distance in terms of x. I'll have the distance in terms of x. So if I know x, that should be fine with me. Okay. And if we find out x, what is the meaning of finding out x? Nothing but this point P, coordinate h. That is what we are going to find out. Right. Okay. Let's find out what is h. Okay. So if I just go for the next step, x by, I'm going to do cross multiplication. I'll go down first, then I'll go up. Okay, so this becomes b minus of b into bx1 minus ay1. I'm just simply doing cross multiplication. There is nothing new there. You are already aware of that. What this becomes? I have to take b and minus a, right? So this becomes b and minus a. Okay, right. So this is nothing but 1 by minus a square minus b square. Simplifies to x equal to, okay, I'll simplify this. Minus b into b is b square x1 plus a b. Maybe I'll just prefer to keep it as it is instead of simplifying it. Okay, let us see what happens. We'll not do it right now. I'll just take the minus common out from there. I'll not do anything else. I'll not make it complicated. Okay, so what this becomes? Minus of a square plus b square. And what is there at the top? At the top I have minus of, I'll take minus common, so this becomes b into bx1 minus ay1 minus ac, right? The whole thing. So if I take minus minus common, this becomes b into bx1 minus a y1 minus of a ac. Can I say that? Okay, fine. This is what it is, right? Divided by a square plus b square. Just to remember only this. We just need this because this is the coordinate of h. Okay, right? So let me write it down here. What is the coordinate of h? Coordinate of h is nothing but equal to, we'll write here, h is equal to b into bx1 h is equal to b into bx1 minus of a into y1 minus ac divided by a square plus b square. I think you are perfectly with me, right? Whatever we have done. What I did, I just find out the equation of the perpendicular line. Then we found the point of one only x coordinate, right? Because I'm going to convert everything this distance into only one is enough for me. Okay, only in terms of x, right? So now let us see what's going to happen. Okay, right. I'm going to erase this because we don't need this. We got it already. Fine, right. Super. Okay. Now we got the point, right? Now next step, what is our third step? Third step is to find out the distance between. This is our second step, right? What is our third step? Third step is find out the distance. Okay. Now what is the distance? D is equal to square root of x1 minus h whole square plus y1 minus k whole square, right? Okay. This is what it is, right? Distance is nothing but x1 minus h whole square plus y1 minus k whole square. Nothing, there is nothing there, right? Okay. And also we know another formula, right? We know that slope is nothing but equal to delta y by delta x. So what is the slope of our perpendicular line? Perpendicular line slope is, what is the slope here? You can see what is the slope here. You have 2 points, right? Y1 minus k by x1 minus h. We have another tool with us. That's nothing but slope. Y1 minus k by x1 minus h is nothing but equal to, what is the slope of this line? By equal to minus a by b. So this line is equal to b by a, right? I am going to leverage this, that's why I am writing it here. Now what I will do using this equation, I will convert this into whole. I will convert this whole into whole x1 minus only x1 terms only, right? So what this becomes now? X1 minus h whole square plus y1 minus k is nothing but, this gives me y1 minus k is nothing but b square by a square into x1 minus h whole square. Are you with me? There is nothing there. Instead of y1 minus k, I have written b into x1 minus h by a. Okay. Now let's simplify this and see what it becomes. It becomes square root of a square plus b square into x1 minus h by a, right? Okay. Now we have a square, b square, a we know, x1 is we know, h we have already found here. I can substitute h here, then we are done, right? Let us see how it's going to be, right? Okay. This is nothing but equal to square root of a square plus b square by a into, let us be very cautious here, right? We are going to substitute x1 minus of, what is my h? B into bx1 minus of ay1 minus of ac. Maybe I should have minus of ay1 minus of ac, right? This is nothing but x1 minus h, a square plus b square. Now let us simplify this and that will give you the answer, right? That will give us the answer. We are going to reach there, right? Okay, right. Now let's see how this is going to simplify, right? Let me just move this side. So what is this? Nothing but equal to square root of a square plus b square by a into, I have to simplify this whole stuff here, and at the end I will be having what? I will be having a square plus b square, right? Now let us simplify this, right? Here what we are going to get there. Let us see what we are going to get here. Okay, we'll take big one, right. Now let's simplify this. A square plus b square into x1, right? So that becomes a square x1 plus b square x1, okay, minus of b square x1. What else we have? Plus ab y1. I have done this b square x1 ab y1 plus ac. That's it. I don't have anything else. But I haven't yet reached my this one. So I'll just keep it down. Right. Okay. Okay. This is it. So what this becomes, if simplified, I'll just keep it like this so that you know how you are going. Right. This is the direction you are going. Okay. Right. Now see here, this and this simplifies. This becomes square root of a square plus b square by a into, I have a square plus b square, and if I simplify, this becomes a into ax1 plus by1 plus c, right. This becomes a cancels. I get ax1 plus by1 plus c by square root of a square plus b square, because this goes square root of times square root of a square plus b square. This is the perpendicular distance of a point x1 y1, perpendicular distance from point x1 y1 to line ax plus by plus c. So let's go back and write it there. So this is the perpendicular distance equal to d. Okay, now let me summarize what we have done. Right. So we have been asked to find out the perpendicular distance from point x1 y1 to this line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So our approach is, since we have to find out the distance between these 2 points, I know this point. To know this point, that's nothing but point of intersection of these 2 lines, I should know the equation of L. So we came in the reverse. Our first step is to find out the equation of line L. That's what we have done. Our second step is to find out the point of intersection. That's what we have done. And our third step is to find out the distance between them. Now to simplify the finding out the distance between 2 points, I have converted the whole distance into x1 terms by leveraging that the slope of this slope of this line is nothing but slope of the line created by x1 y1 and the point of intersection h comma k is nothing but equal to b by a. So y1 minus k by x1 minus h equal to b by a. By leveraging that, we found the distance between these 2 points, and we simplified that equation, and it comes down to ax1 plus by1 plus c by square root of a square plus b square. So this is how we can find out the perpendicular distance. There are so many other ways, advanced methods. This is using the elementary concept. See here, we have used only slope and distance between points, nothing else in this. So let's go ahead and do one simple example on this. Right. Okay. Okay, let's do one simple example. Find the distance, perpendicular distance, 3x plus 4y plus 10 from the point, let me just think about a point. Okay, it's not a sum, I am just trying to arbitrarily give you some random sum so that you can do it. So I am trying to make sure that you will get an integer. So I know this is 5, so I want to get here 15. Okay, let me say okay, let me say 5 comma 0. Okay, right. So what's the formula? D is equal to a, that is 3, into x1, that is 5, plus what's the formula? A x1 plus capital A, actually x1 plus b y1 plus c by square root of a square plus b square. This is a, this is b, this is c, this is x1, this is y1. Self-explanatory, right? A into x1 plus b into y1, that is 4 into 0 plus c 10 divided by square root of a square plus b square, that's nothing but 3 square plus 4 square. So this comes to 15 plus 10, 25 divided by square root of 25, nothing but equal to 25 divided by 5 equal to 5. That's a simple example, right? So in the next video, what we will go through is, we'll see some examples on this, and also we will see how to find out distance between two parallel lines. Okay, we will also add some more examples with respect to straight lines, right? Thanks for watching. Bye for now.